Science is the law of nature. Tantra is the system of nature. Science limits itself to the development of theories and instruments based on the law of nature. Tantra, on the other hand, understands the system of nature and freely explores the system of existence and its nucleus. Let us explore Tantra and address some fundamental questions related to it. What is Tantra? System of existence is Tantra. Good, bad, positive, negative, and natural energies, everything that one could think of is actually existing in the universe. All creatures other than humans are driven by nature, whereas humans are independent and each of its actions, desires, thoughts, expectations create identical energies and reactions. It creates multiple layers of memories, and these memories keep on getting stored in the chitta, that is, your astral space where all your actions and reactions are stored. Thorough understanding through experiential learning takes you deeper into the system of nature and system of existence, and eventually to the nucleus of existence. This is Tantra. Why Tantra? Look at the entire infinite universe. Look at the countless energies, countless lives, unnumbered planets, unnumbered atoms, and their capacities to absorb endless actions and reactions. It all happens because of the system is in place. If there is no system, nothing would exist. The next question emerges that if there is a system, there must be its center or its nucleus. And the ultimate nucleus, an exploration of that ultimate nucleus, is the pinnacle of our goal of life. How to realize it? Well, it always starts from your own existence, that is initially visible in the physical manifestation of your own human body. Please attempt to discover its nucleus through right practices. The very first fusion that ignited human life, there lies the nucleus. Each atom, each cell has its own nucleus. Atoms collectively creates the first manifestation and the point of last disconnection from mother's womb helps you identify your nucleus. And journey into the doctrines of Tantra begins here. It is the seed of fire element, 2 fingers above your navel center. It is the center point of the first 5 elements, 2 below it and 2 above it. That is earth and water elements below it and air and ether elements above it. Mantra or sacred utterances or sacred doctrine given by a complete guru is practiced at this very point that detonates quantum energy, weaving and cleaning all the 5 chakras or seats of elements of nature, and consequently transcends to the 6th seat, activating pineal gland. How to begin? A lot has been rightly or wrongly talked about Tantra. There are a number of doctrines and literature on the subject. However, this is a subject of practice and experience. Experiential learning is the only methodology available. Right practice takes you to your goal. Wrong practices could prove devastating, where one might end up surrounded by negative energies and get trapped into much more complicated negative journey. Coming back to the basic question as to how to begin, let me explain that best methodology available. First, one has to completely purify himself. As the complete Guru Shri Radharamanji has said the doctrines, one has to start with 9 yagnas. In the first 5 yagna, all the negative energies in and around the family evidently disappear into void. Next 2 yagna are to clean up the genetic mess that is the source of misery in our lives. Once having completed 7 yagna, the next 2 are aimed at setting the success benchmarks in one's worldly life. Further, age-old curses, negative reactions are to be neutralized through black magic nullification process. Then comes Smriti-chikitsa or memory cleansing. That clears off negative thoughts and the bad memories. The next step after it is the liberation of ancestors on the dark moon day. After having gone through these processes, one should apply for initiation into Mantra Diksha. Mantra Diksha or ordination process begins with Panch Mahabhut Shuddhi, that is cleansing of 5 elements, that is further followed by Panch Mahabhut Siddhi or perfection of the cleansing of 5 elements. Now, after having completed all these processes, you are ready for initiation into Mantra Diksha. Initiation into Tantra. After completion of 125,000 chanting of mantra under the supervision and instruction of Gurudev, the practitioners have to complete dashans or 10% of total chants, that is, repetition of chants by 12 1,500 times in front of Yagna. By now, the mantra has been perfected. Through the perfection of mantra, practitioners develop extraordinary divine power to cure anyone within the same DNA or energy cycles. Now, the practitioners are ready for a silent interview for initiation into Tantra, where the actual state of progress, temperament, and eligibility is assessed by the master. Once through, the practitioner is ready for initiation into Tantra level 1. This is the gateway to the secrets of universe, where practitioners learn and experience supernatural powers that balances the imbalance in humans and environment surrounding it. There are 21 levels of Tantra, leading one from self-realization to God realization and complete liberation.